Hello, Poland. This is Gerald Samson in the United States of America, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm bringing you some updated information about the upcoming Warsaw Orthodontic Congress. I actually have some information here to read. Coming up starting May 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Now, who will be represented at the meeting are the United States, Australia, Germany, Poland, and Brazil. Well, Brazil after a fashion. Wednesday, May 17th, Peter Miles and I will be discussing Class 2 treatment considerations, controversies, problems, and solutions, a clinical approach based on scientific evidence. I understand that the meeting on May 17th was actually sold out, but I think a few more seats have become available. Thursday, May 18th, is the formal start of the meeting, and I will be speaking on trouble in Torque Town, anterior torque problems, solving those problems with simplified mechanics. Also on the program, I believe for the first time in Poland, is Lyle E. Johnston, one of the most highly respected clinical researchers in the world. Dr. Johnston will be presenting a remarkably interesting program centering on the life, times, and difficulties of Edward Hartley Angle, the father of modern orthodontics. You can't miss this program. Following Dr. Johnston's presentation Professor Johnston, will be a fascinating panel discussion that will include contemporary ideas about orthodontics as we face them today. Next up on the program, Peter Miles from Australia. Peter will be talking about orthodontics, selling speed for fun and profit, accelerated tooth movement. What is the evidence behind these rather expensive ideas and techniques that supposedly move teeth faster? Then we'll have our speaker from Germany, Dr. Kahn, speaking on aligning and aligner therapies. Friday, May 19th, Eustochio Araujo. Professor Araujo is teaching at St. Louis University here in the United States in St. Louis, Missouri. He's the director of the program, and he has remarkably interesting things about impacted teeth and other contemporary orthodontic problems. Professor Araujo is one of the most interesting and informative clinical speakers I think you will ever hear, and for sure, this is his first time speaking in Poland. Professor Araujo is Brazilian, a rather well-recognized expert in Brazil, currently living in the United States. Next up is Professor Rolf Gordon Barentz. As I'm sure all of you know, Professor Barentz is the current editor-in-chief of the American Journal of Orthodontics. He will be speaking on a remarkably interesting and fascinating topic of the meaning and value of complications and failures in orthodontics. This is a tremendous presentation, something you really don't want to miss. Following that will be another clinical panel discussion featuring excellent questions from the audience as well as the other panelists. Then we'll have our speaker from Poland on non-surgical orthopedic and orthodontic treatment of postpubertal and adolescent as well as adult Class 3 treatments. Finally, we'll enjoy a presentation again from the United States orthodontist, Dr. Tim Shaughnessy. Tim is here in Atlanta, Georgia, where I live. Tim has interesting and somewhat disturbing things about complications of bonded lingual retainers, when and why things go wrong, and what to do about it. The post-Congress meeting is Saturday, May 20th. That features, again, Professor Araujo and Professor Rolf Gordon Barentz. Professor Barentz has things that I'm certain you will find enlightening about radiation, x-rays, long-term effects. You're in for a real surprise about the remarkable data that he has And these things will leaving you feel very, very comfortable about the x-rays that we are required to have in orthodontic patients. Following that is, again, Professor Araujo on non-surgical approaches for Class 3 treatment. I've seen this presentation a number of times myself. Again, this is the post-Congress meeting, and Professor Araujo's information about Class 3 non-surgical treatment is something that is quite unique and remarkable. You've never really seen anything like this in clinical information. So, again, this is the Warsaw Orthodontic Congress. The meeting dates start with the pre-Congress meeting. That's with me and Peter Miles from Australia. Peter's first time in Poland as well. That'll be May 17th. I think that some seats have become available for that. Then the main meeting followed by the post-Congress meeting on May 20th. Wait a minute. You can't really be serious. You're thinking of not attending the meeting? This, without question, will be the finest meeting that you will have this year in Poland, in my opinion, and one of the top meetings in all of Europe. You won't have to leave home. You won't have to travel very far. You know that our friends from Ortofan Kersey, our professional, will run an incredibly useful program. I'm looking forward to seeing you then.